This is Brian with the Redefined-Life. Have you ever been to a church service and you felt like the message was just for you? Well, that just happened to me. I've been dealing a lot over the last few years. I've gotten hurt in the military, and it's progressed through the years to the point where a couple years ago I've had to quit my job that I've done for a period of time. And it was a real struggle, and I've been struggling with, who am I? When you've taken away the ability to do your job and to do the things that you really love to do, and it can play with a person's mind. And it doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. But the message today was talking about identity, and where is our identity at? And it reminded me of what I've went through here for the last couple years about I've been putting my identity in to the things that I used to do. I was able to do this, and I took my identity from that. But the message was about our identity should be in Christ. And it kind of just hit me in the head, and like, wow, I've really not put my identity there, and I've let the world and stuff, get into the way of that, and it really caused me a lot of problems. I struggled with it. And throughout the last couple years, and some things happened recently that I felt God moving in my life, that that this channel and this and my experience I could give to people, and hopefully grow people, hopefully that people could relate to things that I've went through, that I can maybe help them, bring them the word of the gospel message in some teaching on some of the things that, Christians should know and be reminded of. And then I got to thinking too, I believe in God's providence and his sovereignty. And I've questioned God, why is this happening to me? I'm young enough that, I shouldn't be dealing with this stuff. And I question God, and I don't want to say I'm doubting or I don't trust him or nothing, but it's very difficult in our human state to accept things sometimes. And I got thinking, I said, well, maybe that I'm right where God wanted me to be. Maybe I'm just wasn't using my talents for what God wanted me to use them for. Maybe I was working in an environment that wasn't conducive to my Christian walk. And God allowed this maybe to happen so he could use me in a different way. And I really have been thinking about that. And I think that there might be some good possibility that that's what God wanted. It's hard to discern things at times because our mind is so, locked into this world a lot of times, and we get all these thoughts different ways. But I really do believe that I think God's got me right where he wants me. And it's sometimes hard to accept that he puts us through or allows us to go through certain things to get our attention and move us in the direction that he wants. I just wanted to bring you that because it really hit home to me. And I know men that lose their jobs. I know men that get injured. I know women that suffer the same things. Bad things happen. You're no longer able to do the things that you want to do or think that we should be doing, and God moves us in a different way. And I just wanted to give that to you guys that, our identity really should be in Christ. It's not about the things of this world. And if we are in a place in our lives that we don't know how we got here, we don't know, what can God be using me in this situation for, to just trust God and let him, work through our lives and pray to him and seek his direction. And maybe will reveal that, or we would reveal it through time, that you're right where he wants you to be, and take advantage of that moment. Not to be looking back in the past, thinking of all the things like I was doing that I'm not going to be able to do, but look to the future and think about the things that I could do in the future. And if God blesses everything and I'm where in his will that he wants me to be, that his kingdom will be furthered. And I just wanted to bring that message to you, and hope that maybe somebody out there will hear that and maybe just stop to consider who your identity is. Is it your identity in the world, or is your identity in Christ? Thanks for watching.